Teri and I spotted two men in front of the principal's office door while hiding in the dark hallway. Can we have the necessary evidence we need? Hello everyone, I'm Karina. If you want to hear more about this story, please support me by clicking the like and subscribe buttons. Thank you very much. My full name is Karina Reese, and I'm merely a common nerd. Aside from my scholastic successes, I am nearly nothing standing in the crowd. I studied so hard in high school to be awarded a scholarship to this esteemed university in hopes of bettering my future. My shyness when it comes to forming new relationships is why Teri was the only friend I had in school. This friendship began when I bumped into Teri while carrying a large stack of books a while ago. Then, Teri helped me collect all the books, and when she saw the Sherlock Holmes book, our friendship began.
Hello everyone, I'm Teri, or you can call me the beautiful version of Sherlock Holmes.
I thought that a girl from a rich family like Teri would not pay attention to a nerd like me, but Teri is different. She always admires me for my knowledge, and she is also a girl who is very passionate about knowledge, although I'm not sure if that's knowledge.
Come on, Karina, that's definitely a kind of knowledge. In fact, a super duper exciting kind of knowledge.
Teri and I are quite different in personality. While I am an introverted girl and always want to be alone, Teri, on the contrary, is always very happy and mischievous. She is like a child who always wonders about everything around her. At any time, she would just ask me questions about everything. Sometimes those questions are a bit pointless.
Karina, you have to understand that as a detective like me, I need a good partner, and you are my number one advisor. Moreover, why does nobody wonder why when the bread with jam falls, the jam side always comes down first?
We are, one could say, an odd couple of buddies. But thanks to Teri, a nerd like me doesn't have to suffer bullying like most other nerds do. On the contrary, thanks to me, Teri's grades are consistently improving. We share everything with each other and are always together, no matter where we are or what happens. However, there is still a problem for which we are unable to find a solution, despite anything we do. Shad, a male student at the university, is the name of that issue. You're mistaken if you think his attractive appearance is amazing. He's a truly evil person. If it weren't for Teri, I would have been on his bullying list.
Shad? More like shark. And when I mention the shark here, I don't mean the CEO from TV shows. I mean the kind of shark who will one day approach you when you're relaxing on a buoy at sea and bite you. The fact that this person clings to me like a leech is even more horrifying. Of course, I am aware of my beauty, but I refuse to be touched by someone as stupid as him.
One day, while I was chilling in the backyard of the school, getting some fresh air, Shad suddenly approached me and made a very unacceptable proposal.
Karina, I'll bring you a deal that you cannot refuse.
And so what is it?
I'll allow you to convince Teri that I am wonderful and handsome.
What if not?
Trust me, you don't want to make me sad.
Shad showed a menacing expression and completely destroyed my morale. I was completely dumbfounded by his dominance. In the moment of anger, my best friend came out of nowhere like a storm and rescued me.
Shad, you bastard! Who do you think you are, daring to come close to Karina? Get lost right now.
Oh, darling, look at you when you're angry. It's even cuter than when you were normal.
If you don't get your stupid head out of my sight quickly, don't blame me for not showing mercy.
Teri waved her fist threateningly. Shad left, but still talked back to me.
Choose wisely, Karina. See you later.
After he left, Teri frantically asked,
Are you okay? Karina, did that bastard do anything to you?
I'm fine, Teri. Luckily, you appeared to save me. Then I told Teri about what had just happened, and it made Teri furious.
This bastard dares to threaten you? He's too reckless. He should know that he is not the only child of a rich family here.
Teri, calm down. There's nothing he can do to harm me while you are still here.
Of course, as a detective, it is my duty to keep my advisor and partner safe.
More than a week later, we were no longer bothered by that annoying name. Just when I thought he had given up, he appeared again. That day, I was sitting and listening to Teri talk about the cases he read online and her countless theories. Then suddenly, Shad approached.
Greetings, ladies.
Teri immediately went into self-defense mode and raised her two fists towards Shad.
Oh, you idiot! You came here to take a beating, didn't you?
So, my dear friend here, Karina, hasn't told you anything yet, honey?
Yes, Teri has reinforced my opinion of how stupid and annoying you are. Now go away if you don't want me to redesign your beautiful face.
Karina, you make me so sad. I don't want to, but this is because of you. And Teri, my darling, I'm sure you're close to Karina because of her grades. Well, that'll be easy.
Easy? You might think again about your sense of humor. If you're a fish, don't expect to be able to climb trees like a monkey. Now go away.
Shad smirked cunningly and turned away. But then, a very strange event happened to us a few days later. When Teri and I checked up on the final test scoreboard that day, we were shocked to find the updated ranks of the school's exam results. I did not place among the school's top 5 scorers this time. Teri often placed second on the scoreboard because of my unwavering support. The craziest thing, though, is that Shad, who has never even ranked in any of my school exams, is currently ranked in the top 1, a spot that no one but me has never been able to fill before. That really caught me off guard.
Karina, you know this isn't unusual at all. There are hints of a plot, and I know who the suspect is. Time to go shark hunting.
Teri, on the other hand, was genuinely intrigued by this tale. She was mad because of that unfairness, but the detective hunch that came next made her forget everything about that emotion. This delightful friend also helped me to forget my unhappiness at the moment.
Karina, my friend, don't you realize there's anything unusual?
I only remember that he threatened me, but I thought he would beat or bully me like he did to everyone else.
Absolutely not, my dear friend. He knows that with the protection of this great detective, Teri, he won't be able to touch even a strand of your hair. So, this is definitely about his making. What we need here is just a net to catch this vicious shark.
So, do you have any solutions? This is not like solving math problems. It is completely out of my specialty.
That is why we are the perfect couple, my lovely advisor.
So what should we do now? Teri then explained to me the thousands of investigative methods she had learned through the stories she read about detectives. She convinced me to disguise ourselves as many different identities to secretly follow Chad. Out of school, one of us worked as a newspaper girl and the other as a milk delivery girl to monitor his front door. We dressed up as janitors and gardeners at school to keep track of his every action.
In spite of our extreme patience and our multiple disguises, we were unable to get what we wanted from him, aside from the typical things he would do, like tease and intimidate others. I was beginning to question if my investigative instinct was correct when I received an amazing idea from my amazing partner.
Teri? Do you still maintain the opinion that Shad is the person involved in this? I mean, after all, it's just an exam. I can easily get to the top 1 next time.
Involved? He's the mastermind! And, my dear friend, all the hard work you have put into your studies thus far, or will put into them in the future, will be destroyed by him if we don't find the truth and put an end to him.
Then I think we're doing it the wrong way. Can you tell me what Shad cares about most in this school?
Fame?
No, that's you, Teri. You're the thing that the devil like him clings to like a leech.
Ah, yes. But how does that have anything to do with this?
You should remember that I studied psychology, and what a person cares about is that person's weakness.
Great, Karina. You are truly a genius.
After my little suggestion, Teri came up with a brilliant plan to lure Shad. A few days later, my school held a small essay contest, and of course, my essay was always at the top of the list of all previous times. On the day of the opening meeting, Teri gave a little speech.
Dear friends, the topic of our essay has been decided. Back then, I was the one who always ranked in the top 2 to give my friend Karina the top 1 position. However, this subject excites me, and I sincerely hope that more audacious concepts and outstanding writing will be submitted than by Karina. I wish the best of luck to all of you. I already knew that Shad always sent one of his subordinates to follow me. If he were the one behind the previous incident, he would definitely take the bait this time. He's not getting away from this gorgeous detective this time. The perfect trap has been set. And now, a hunter's job only has one. That is to patiently observe. Right after the competition started, Shad finally took some unusual actions. He always answers the phone in a private area. And, judging by the expression on his face, I know he's preparing something. The day before the competition, the rankings were announced. As usual, Karina would always be the one to come home very late because she liked to spend time alone in the library. On the way to the library, I saw a very familiar figure standing in the schoolyard. That's Shad. He's sitting in the schoolyard. I immediately ran to Karina to drag my partner with me. Karina, quickly, follow me. I'll explain on the way. Then we stood there watching him from the window without letting him know. Why do you think a guy like him stays at school when everyone is left? According to our observations, he must be at a bar or somewhere having fun right now.
Very sharp reasoning, lady detective.
Too complicated, gorgeous advisor. Suddenly, we saw Shad receive a phone call. Then he smiled and headed towards the teacher's building. My partner Karina and I immediately followed. When we got there, we hid behind a trash can in the hallway. Because at this time, all the students had left and the hallway was very dark. He didn't see us. Shad stood in front of the principal's office, waiting. This shark did not know that it was swimming straight into a net that I had placed. A moment later, the principal came out, and with my detective sense, I immediately took out my phone and recorded the scene.
You're wasting my time, Principal. Mr. Shad, I have done my best, but copying exams cannot be done quickly without leaving traces. I don't need to know the reason. You took a lot of my money when I wanted to inform this school, so work worthily for the money I pay you. I understand, Mr. Shad, that tomorrow the contest results will be announced and you will be at the top of the table again, like last time. Very good. This is your reward.
Shad pulled out a stack of money from his pocket and gave it to the principal. Karina and I recorded it all from afar. Then he smiled sinisterly and left with his words.
Then you'll have to submit to my feet, Teri.
At last, everything is obvious. In order to restore purity to this school, my wonderful partner and I shall eliminate the shark. Furthermore, it appears that the school requires a new principal.
Teri brought all the evidence we had to show Shad's parents. They were extremely embarrassed and angry after apologizing to me and Teri. They immediately disabled Shad's credit card and sent him abroad. As for the old principal, Teri relied on some family connections in the police and he was arrested for accepting bribes. We have succeeded in making the school clean. After this incident, Teri told me that we could become a very good couple in the future, and our friendship became even closer.
That's correct. Please kindly support us if you'd like to learn more about us and the upcoming cases with this young, beautiful lady advisor and investigator. See you soon!